My name is Lori Duff, and I am the immediate past president of the Council of Municipal Court Judges. I'm also the editor of our newsletter, and I'm here today interviewing Cynthia Clanton, the director of the Administrative Office of the Courts. Well, good morning, Cynthia.
Good morning, Judge Duff. It's great to see you on this Friday.
Good to see you too. If you could just start out by telling us what exactly is the AOC?
So the AOC is the Administrative Office of the Courts. It is a service agency for the Judicial Council. We're the service arm. And by extension, we work for the entire judicial branch. So back in 1973, when we were first created, 50 years ago, we're celebrating our 50-year anniversary. The director at the time said in the very first annual report that the Administrative Office of the Courts was the service arm of the Judicial Council. And 50 years later, we have remained that way.
Has it evolved over the years?
It has. The judiciary is so different now than it was 50 years ago. The needs are different. We've had COVID. We've had all kinds of new technology. Our state is so diverse, and our judges on the bench are diverse. So the Administrative Office of the Courts did primarily research, but now we do all kinds of things. We've got 10 standing committees that we staff, three ad hoc committees, and a task force that looks at issues that are relevant to the judiciary, whether it's security in a courthouse, salaries and compensation, COVID. We had a COVID task force. So depending on what the needs are of the judiciary, that's what the Administrative Office of the Courts staff, 60 strong, small but mighty staff members do every day for the judges of the state of Georgia.
And that's all the judges?
All the judges. Municipal courts, the new statewide business courts. We provide services even to the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeals. It looks different for every class of court. And that's the unique part about our agency. In fact, I got a chart. So you've seen this. This is our Judicial Council chart. So the Administrative Office of the Courts and the Judicial Council, we serve all these different groups. And depending on what their needs are, that's what we provide them. Could be fiscal, could be IT, could be HR, could be help with meetings, communications.
I know over the years, especially when I was president, I got a lot of moral support.
You did.
Very important. So let's talk about you a little bit. How long have you personally been with the AOC?
So I've been with the agency 24 years as of last week.
Wow.
I know. So I'm a lawyer. I'm a graduate of Mercer Law School. But I came in because the Chief Justice at the time, Justice Benham, was focused on creating new programs to meet the needs of the public, litigants, and the judiciary. And so one of the things he was working on was accountability courts. So early on I was working with the accountability courts, and also I was trying to look for grant money, because at the time there were a lot of new grants that the judiciary could use to develop special areas. After that, we had a leadership change in the AOC. We had a new director. And because I was a lawyer and there were more services and different services that were needed, he asked me to step up to general counsel. Did that for a long period of time. And then 8 years ago, we had another leadership change. They asked me to serve as interim director, and I've been director now for 8 years.
That's great. And what do you do as executive director? What can we look to you for?
I have the greatest job in the whole world. Happy judges are my business. So I look at judges as clients. We all do. We realize in the Administrative Office of the Courts that we work for judges. That is who we serve. So my job is to listen to the judges, reach out, make sure they have what they need, if they need additional resources, support, to see if we can have the opportunity to present those services to the judges. Then I manage and oversee the work of our courts, or not courts, our staff, serve in the courts, and so it's a great job.
It sounds like it.
It's a lot of fun.
Sounds like it's never the same.
Every day is different. I mean, you've got 1,600 judges, give or take, and everyone is new. We've got new judges coming in. We've got judges retiring. We've got new committees, new different needs. During the legislative session, it looks totally different. So it's if you like something new and you're curious, this is a great job for you.
So what do you see in the AOC's future?
I see 50 more years of service to the judiciary. I mean, we were created to serve the members of the Judicial Council, the 28 members. And so I see that continuing with all the different initiatives that the AOC and the Judicial Council will be looking at. It will be an exciting new world. People are talking about AI, court security, what happens if we have another pandemic, a natural disaster. What does that, I know, I know. What does that look like? So the Judicial Council is just wrapping up its third strategic plan. And so they're just starting to talk about what the next 5 to 10 years looks like for the judiciary and where we need to focus as far as our resources, our attention, what kind of initiatives would be beneficial to the judiciary as we work to improve justice.
That's a noble goal. I'm not trying to make you feel old, but
No,
it seems
it's
like
okay.
you've been here for
A minute.
well, about half of the AOC's existence.
I know.
What changes have you seen over that period of time?
Our staff is so incredible. And with COVID, we had to be really nimble and flexible because we had, I think it was 35 meetings during the pandemic, Judicial Council meetings, because we were all working with the judges to figure out how to keep people safe, how to keep the courts open, how to serve litigants. So our staff really came together and we had to embrace technology very quickly, learn Zoom and Teams and all these new cool things to stay connected, not only with the judges that we serve, our clients, but also with each other. So what I've seen in our agency over the last 24 years is where we used to be in every day, 8:30 to 5 or later. Now we've got a hybrid kind of flex work environment, and that allows us some more balance in our personal lives, but also we're still just as accessible. The judges are using technology for hearings. A lot of times they prefer to Teams in instead of having a face-to-face meeting, which I'm old school. I still like seeing people in person. But it's allowed the staff to have a little more balance, but also be highly productive and feel good about their work. And I think they're happy. So that's the biggest change, just the flexible work environment that we didn't used to have the opportunity to provide before.
Great. Is there anything else you want to tell us about the AOC?
AOC exists to serve the members of the judiciary. And so when the judges have needs, when they've got ideas, I hope they reach out to me. I hope they reach out to all of our staff to let us know what they're thinking, what we can do to serve them better. Because as a service agency, that's what we're here to do. And it's my hope and my desire that we do it for 50, 100 more years moving into the future.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.